Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy and Miss Monique.
A while ago, I had to come out. And we were fighting for equality.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out that I had become donkey of the day.
Yeah.
And it really caught me off guard,
Mm-hmm.
which you still haven't explained, Leonard, and you're going to have to. Because when you make those type of statements about your mom to our community, what you're saying to the community is, if you stand up and you make a stand and you say, we need equality, and we have to say what's right and what's fair. And then a brother that looks like me from South Carolina says, you're the donkey of the day. And you sit behind this microphone and you try to be the guru of black culture. I'm gonna need you to know the history of us before you begin to label us.
Hopefully you guys could work together in the future.
And that's the point that we have to make to you, Leonard. This is why, again, Leonard, you've got to be careful with your words, because you called your mom the donkey of the day, but you didn't do your research. You were so ready to do good radio that you didn't do your homework. You didn't do your homework.
You know what time it is.
Homework.
Kids, you guessed it. You was right.
Now, we've read some things also because you're here in our presence. I would love for you to speak on this. So there are people that say that you didn't treat people well.
Yes.
And that they've had issues working with you and that you're difficult.
Yes.
So let's address some of that, because Roland Martin brought it up and he talked about the Ebony magazine cover shoot that you did with Chris Rock and Steve Harvey.
Yes.
And he said that it was a nightmare because of you. What happened at that shoot?
Well, what happened at that shoot was a check was thrown at one of our assistants, and you don't throw anything at anyone. And I had a problem with that. See, they won't fill you in on all that happened, so you had to let that person know that's not how you do business, and that's unacceptable. So I have no problem speaking on it. What happens is you hear the bullies speak out, but then the bullies run. Because when those videos did come out, did Roland Martin come back? You heard nothing else, did you?
Well, I think, okay, let's backtrack a little bit because I haven't heard them say anything negative about some of the people that they've worked with. So why is it
I can answer that, and that's a great question. You know the guy Harvey Weinstein?
Mm-hmm.
And he was able to do that for how many years?
Decades.
And why do you think that was?
Well, they were working with a lot of people who felt like their career would be in jeopardy if they spoke out.
Do you think this is a unique situation? Do you think that people are fearful to speak out when they're mistreated? But as I sit here again, and I sit between my sister, who I know you deal with inequality, Angela. I know it. You in the same business I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll look at me and you'll say, well, I need you to explain to me. They said you was a problem here and a problem there. We all know when you don't allow bullies to take place and when you don't allow yourself to get bullied, don't you get labeled?
Yes, but yes.
As my husband told me years ago, we don't disrespect anyone, but we over-respect no one. And I want you to look at me. Mm-hmm. I'm a big, fat black woman. A big, fat black woman. Real talk. What big, fat black woman stands up and says, this is not fair? Because what the feeling is with some of our sisters and brothers, Monique, you should be grateful you just got invited to the party because of the way you look. So for anyone that says they ever had a problem with me, bring them to the table. Bring them to the table and let's have a conversation. But what you'll find is, we'll speak about this woman when she can't see us. But what I will say to you is, and to all the black women and women of color that is listening, when you hear this brother's voice come over the air, and I'm unapologetic about what I'm getting ready to say, he does not have a value on black women and women of color.
How can you say?
Monique does have to go.
I love y'all, my babies, my babies.
We appreciate
and
you.
I thank you for giving us the platform.
Thank you for joining us.
Eddie, Leonard, I appreciate you, brother.
Sydney, thank you.
And Monique, wrapping it up, what are you going to do moving forward as far as with this special?
We're going to keep on pushing. See, the special's going to happen, baby.
Right. So
that's going to happen.
Okay.
And we're going to let y'all see it. But what we're going to do with this situation right now called the fight for inequality, we're going to keep standing. And we're going to hope that sisters like you would stand with us to say, when it's inequality, we must speak up and we must speak loudly because your daughters are coming.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Miss Monique,
Sydney.
for
We
coming.
appreciate you, Miss Monique.
Thank y'all.
All right, brother. And it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Eddie, thank you so much, my sweet baby, for having us.
Why you keep thinking them and not me?
You know what, brother? You're going to hear yourself a lot from me lately. You're going to hear yourself around the world because we have to explain brothers like you. We do. And when we watched that movie, Birth of a Nation, and we saw that man walk his wife into that master's house, we watched him walk his wife in. Then we watched him go back and get him. You're that brother.